Yo, what's up? It's your boy, Oaghaji, aka Oaghaji, back with another video, back with another review. Now, before we begin, I just want to get this out the way. If you hear any background noise and things like that, those are my younger cousins. They're spending the weekend at my auntie's house. You know what I'm saying? Or I should say, in which I am at right now. So just want to get that out the way. So before we get into it, now with all out of the way, let's begin. And today I'm gonna review the 1993 Jidaigeki samurai film classic Araki Mataemon Duel at Kagiya no Tsuji, or in its Japanese title, Ketto Kagiya no Tsuji Araki Mataemon. Yep, we're talking about this particular film. Now, I'm going to read the synopsis of this film in the back of this pretty dope ass DVD release, courtesy of SamuraiDVD.com. I highly recommend y'all to go to that website, you know what I'm saying, to not only get this film, but to get a lot of the classic samurai films that you've never heard about, you know what I'm saying, and some very obscure ones, you feel me? And y'all won't be disappointed. Trust me on that. So, without further ado, let's get to reading the synopsis. The famous duel at Kagiya Corners has been portrayed many times, but never before like this. In the ultimate film version starring Hideki Takahashi. Yeah, Hideki Takahashi, just to repeat, just to make sure y'all understand. As Master Swordsman Araki Mataemon, the story unfolds with some unique twists, such as Matemon's fear of horses, having been kicked by one as a child. Undaunted, he must face his best friend, another superb swordsman played by Isao Natsuyagi, to clear a path for family member Kazuma Watanabe to avenge the brutal murder of his brother. The vendetta is the first defined as the Japanese law in the 17th century only allowed a samurai to avenge his father or older brother, not a younger brother. The tension mounts as they must carry out the vengeance before the murderer, Matagoro Kawai, reaches the safety of a direct retainer of the shogun. Yeah, I need to get better in doing this off the cuff. You know what I'm saying? And anyway, let's talk about the story and the characters and the acting. You know what I'm saying? I definitely like the character of Araki Matsumon. You know what I'm saying? He's like the classical samurai that you definitely see in these films. You know what I'm saying? And some of y'all might not know, or some of you may know, that he's this a real life samurai in the 17th century feudal Japan. But anyway, I like how his character is, portrayed in this film. And all the stuff that he has to go through in that particular film. Also, like how the younger brother wants to avenge his father and whatnot, and older brother, but he can't due to the law and things like that. I think Hideki Takahashi did a fantastic job as Araki Matsumon, and I felt that the other cast members like Isao Yatsuya, Isao Natsuyagi, excuse me. Yeah, just yeah, y'all can see why I need to get better at this off the cuff stuff, right? But anyway, yeah, Isao Yasuyagi definitely did a fantastic job in his role. You know what I'm saying? As the rival, as the best friend and rival swordsman. I want to talk about more about the story, but I don't want to spoil it for y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to find the words. Yeah, I want y'all to watch this for yourself. But I definitely like I said, the story's pretty good. It's not. Yeah, it has its flaws. It's not. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it's definitely pretty good for what it delivered. You know what I'm saying? And the characters are definitely well written, definitely well developed in my opinion, and the acting definitely superb. All the entire cast of this film definitely did a fantastic job. So the story definitely gets a 4 out of 5. Characters 4.5 out of 5, and acting a straight up 5 out of 5 in my opinion. Now let's talk about the action, cinematography, editing, and the lighting. Excuse me. I think that the fight choreography in this film is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Especially for a Jidaigeki samurai film of the '90s. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the fight choreography in these types of films get better and better and better through time. You know what I'm saying? Now that being said, though, a lot of those old school samurai films from the '50s and '60s and '70s definitely have some dope ass fight choreography. But this film right here, I have to say, the fight scenes were definitely choreographed very well and very well shot, edited as well with the wide angles. You know, as the classical mob, like the pause, the anticipation of the fights. You know what I'm saying? And the story behind the fights is pretty good as well, in my opinion. That's what's really sells it when it comes to these Jidaigeki samurai films and a lot of the martial arts films in general. You know what I'm saying, especially in Asia. This film is definitely beautifully shot, especially by TV Nippon. Yeah, yeah. Or excuse me, Nippon TV. Excuse me. Yeah, for someone that doesn't have for a movie like this that doesn't have that big of a budget and it's shot by and it's produced by Nippon TV. It definitely did its thing. The cinematography was definitely top notch in my opinion, and the lighting is also good for what it delivered as well. Like I said, you know, um, I don't know how much I can say about it, but like I said, the fight choreography is good, the cinematography is fantastic, and the lighting and editing pretty solid. So the fight choreography definitely gets a 5 out of 5 in my opinion. Cinematography 4.5. Um, Lighting and editing a 4 out of 5. Let's talk about the music. The music is composed pretty well, you know what I'm saying? And it has a mixture of some classical Japanese music with some great orchestrated music, as always in a lot of these films, which I like, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely like how the music is placed in some of the fight scenes, which is cool, you know what I'm saying? And some of the stuff that isn't in the fights, which is good, and when the music is placed as well, you know what I'm saying. And I wish I can say more about the music, but I really can't because I'm just gonna end up repeating myself. You know what I'm saying. So for now, we'll say the music definitely gets a 5 out of 5. Screw it. Yeah, yeah, 5 out of 5. Overall, Ketto Kagiya no Tsuji Araki Mataemon, aka Araki Mataemon Duel at Kagiya no Tsuji, is a pretty dope early '90s Jidaigeki samurai film that I definitely recommend y'all watching. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely recommend y'all again to get this on SamuraiDVD.com. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, overall, this film gets a 4.5 out of 5. I hope y'all enjoy this review because I definitely enjoy doing it. I apologize for all the brain farts and all that type of shit, but I'm still getting the hang of doing this off the cuff because usually with my reviews it's scripted, you know what I'm saying, and all that type of stuff. So yeah, so I need to get used to that. So if you like this video, you can share it, like it, all that good stuff. So yeah, so and you can stay tuned for more videos on top of that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, with all that being said, this is your boy Oaghaji, aka Oaghaji, signing out. Peace.